This is big
and small travel.
We're in
Nicosia,
Cyprus. We are in Cyprus, an eastern Mediterranean island in the European Union.
Cyprus is actually split in two. It contains the only divided capital in the world.
Between salt lakes, coastal walks, and aqueducts,
and being the home to Aphrodite, the goddess of love. We spent most of our time in Nicosia exploring both the northern and southern sides. We're in Cyprus, in the Larnaca airport.
From Larnaca to Nicosia. A little bit of a circus to get here. What we got here? Where in the world is Cyprus? Learn more about this eastern Mediterranean island.
It is south of Turkey, and to the east of us you have Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. We're going to show you what it's like to be in Nicosia, the only capital in the world that is still a divided city.
As well, learn about the Greek Cypriot side
and the Turkish Cypriot side.
This will be an interesting video. We visit quite a few cities.
So Nicosia is in basically the center of the island. It's a pretty small island.
We start in Nicosia.
In the Agios Demetios area, and we are actually very, very close to the border here. So northern Cyprus is a Turkish region. We are on the Greek side. Here, probably about 5 to 10 minutes, and cross the border. So you will see us do that.
A Cyprus in Cyprus. Go figure. Cyprus is not ideal for pedestrians. There are buses, but we see them few and far between. We're going to our favorite coffee shop now. Let's go, join us. Not a bad espresso. So now we are actually in the center of Nicosia on the Greek Cypriot side. We are approaching Ledra Street, and Ledra Street is near where the Green Line is. The Green Line is the UN buffer zone that separates the Greek Cypriot side, which we're on right now, with the Turkish side.
We know what our plans are tonight. The Pizza Club.
I think it's seen its better days. Okay. Nicosia. We're on Ledra Street, and this has been pretty much a cool spot to be for the last only 11 years since 2008.
Since 2008 did this open up, and we're gonna cross the border pretty soon. So Nicosia here is actually the world's only divided city. You have to have your passports if you're going to be doing this.
We've gotten to the point where we're going to be crossing over. Should be a pretty easy border crossing. We'll see how it goes. It looks pretty casual. You don't even really feel like you're getting to anything quite like a border. But this is it. Northern Cyprus. And there's a line here.
This is where they check your passports, I believe.
We're officially out of the EU.
We also had to cross the border in a different location with our luggage.
One of the few times we'll be ever going through a border by foot. I can't remember the one.
Luggage.
And this is our luggage here.
Because of the border, we had to get a cab to the first checkpoint, then walk across the border and get a cab on the other side.
So we thought this would be a kind of short border crossing, but there's a buffer zone between.
Walk about 5 minutes through a buffer zone that has a really expensive cafe.
Yeah, I was gonna get water. We were gonna get water, but the sign says it all. I think one side is pretty impassioned, the other side is trying to manage. Guess which one is trying to manage? We are now on the Turkish side officially.
It feels so different.
Well, I do see a minaret above.
Yes, there's a mosque over here. Baklava, traditional Turkish food.
Big and small loaf, baklava.
That they can't have anymore.
What? This is the last divided capital in the world.
And it's been divided since 1974. What is referred to as the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is a country only recognized by the government of Turkey.
In 1974, a coup ordered by the Greek army came as a threat to the Turkish Cypriots. Turkey responded, taking over roughly 1/3 of the northern section of the island, which they still claim today. Drinking Turkish tea in northern Cyprus. Small is having cappuccino. I decided to get a tuna sandwich. Look at this. This looks great. Really good food here. Our lunch cost 80 Turkish liras because here in northern Cyprus,
They do accept euros, of course, but they also accept Turkish lira. We actually had some on hand from our last time in Turkey, which you can see here. They really want you to know that this is the Turkish Republic of Cyprus. Flags everywhere.
yeah. Selemi Mosque. This mosque is so large you can see it from the southern side of the city. Quite big, quite beautiful.
And actually, if you want to fly into Cyprus, you will fly into the southern part.
Yeah.
Unless you're coming from Turkey. If you're coming from Turkey, you will fly into the airport in the northern part of Nicosia.
And Nicosia is the only airport that flies directly to Turkey.
Nicosia.
We left Nicosia and took the bus to the coastal town of Limassol. Having some fun.
In the lively Limassol. Here we're just outside of Limassol. It feels very touristy. Everything is catered to tourists, expensive, overpriced restaurants. So we're wondering, any of you from Cyprus or who have been to Cyprus, where should we go?
I know this video is about the divided city. If you do have time and you are in Cyprus longer, definitely check out the coastal towns. Very close. We are in Larnaca. We've been here probably about a couple weeks now. One of the more favorite things has been here enjoying this stoop. We're just outside Larnaca Center, and this is the Salt Sea of Larnaca. This dates from about 1850, the actual lake, the way it looks now. but this has been formed over thousands of years.
Salt looks a little pinkish. Salt Lake hiking trail, which will take us to the Aqueduct.
But it does look like bamboo. Wow, it's pretty nice.
Isn't it?
Maybe like some sort of balsa wood. The Becker Pasha Aqueduct.
This is the aqueduct outside of the old town, actually a little bit far from the old town in Larnaca. It's got 75 arches. It dates back to the mid-1700s during the Ottoman period.
Some of the other really nice aqueducts we saw, built by Romans, were in Rome. We were in Rome a couple years ago. You can see footage of that.
What is it?
We are walking to Larnaca, by the way.
Oh.
And I see something to the left of me.
He's just chilling out on the fence.
Larnaca is the home of the 9th century church that houses the tomb of Saint Lazarus.
So you can really get all of the staple Mediterranean foods here in Cyprus. One of my favorites, the fig. This is a fig tree and there's a ton of them here. They don't look like they're quite ready yet, but we've seen fig trees, olive trees, lots of lemon trees, but they look green here, so they look like limes. This is unfortunately a common sight. Lots of these luxury condo in progress, and speculative real estate, as we like to call it, because it seems like there's a lot more building than there are people that are going to be living in those buildings.
They have a very successful plan to bring investment in. Simply investing $250,000 or euros, and you have a passport. Hence all the speculative housing and construction.
And access to how many countries?
27. There is a lot of construction, like Small said, and you do get the feeling there is more foreign investment here.
Cyprus is mostly known as a beach destination.
However, its recent history, including its divided capital, is an important part to understanding what this island is all about. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in more videos, please subscribe.
And don't forget to click the bell to get all of our updates.
Ευχαριστώ.
Or to Shekiradiram.
See you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.